Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Again, this is another pre-recorded video, so sorry about my voice. I've said that on pretty much every one, but sorry again. And yeah, so today's video is going to be about a certain tank that is currently in the store, and that is the Object 252U. Now, the Object 252U is an amazing tier 8 premium tank that is currently in the shop for only 8,500 gold. Now, the Object 252U is an interesting tank, because normally when Wargaming has an OP, super good premium tank that everyone wants, they sell it for a lot of money. And that's not the case for the Object 252U. It is in the store for only 8,500 gold. And during pretty much every Black Friday event, it is for much, much cheaper. It's like 5,000 gold. So it is actually crazy cheap compared to other tanks of, you know, how, I guess, OP it is compared to a lot of other tanks like the Scorpion G, the WZ, how much they charge for those things. So, wow, what a voice crack. So it really is worth it to get this tank because of how cheap it is compared to other tanks similar to it that are at tier 8 and that when they come into the shop are like $50. Yeah, that's not the case for this. This is more like a $25 tank at most if you have to buy all the gold right then and there. Of course, it's in the shop for only 8,500 gold, like I said, and it is definitely worth it. I recommend it. So, what are the strong points of this tank? I'm sure you all know, but I'll go over them anyway. It is, of course, the armor. This tank has some of the best tier 8 armor in the game. It is almost impenetrable everywhere on the front except for the lower plate. Amazing turret as well. And a super strong sides to this tank. It is amazing at side scraping, going hull down. Of course, it is not, you know, super easy to go hull down because it is a Russian heavy tank and does not have very much gun depression. As you can see right there, man, another voice crack. I guess when I have a cold, I voice crack a lot. Didn't know that. But yeah, so the Object 252U is pretty good at side scraping, going hull down, amazing at face hugging as well. The only really weakness on the turret are these two little hatches on the top. And they can only really be pinned by a tall tank in a face hug when you aren't, you know, waving your gun up in the air so that they can't, you know, hit you or anything. But other than that, it is pretty much no weak spots on this tank. Even the sides are very hard to pin for a lot of tier 7 light tanks and stuff like that. Sometimes they have to shoot premium just at your sides flat on because of how good the armor is on this tank. So yeah, as well, the gun on the tank has a pretty nice alpha, 420, which is pretty nice, and not the, you know, quickest reload, 13.1 seconds, but it never really is an issue DPM in this tank. It's really never been an issue because of just how good the armor is. You know, you're always, if you're in a face hug, anything like that, I mean, as you can see here, IS-6 is just shooting HE at us. It's never really that big of an issue because you're never really in that many situations where you have to reload before the enemy tank, because most of the time you just bounce them, you know, you just bounce them. We are going to get another shot into that VK there. We're up to around 2.8k damage now in this battle, and we have bounced only 845. We haven't really been shot the most though, and some of that was HE spam, so we really didn't bounce that much yet. Some more HE spam from the VK, and I completely fluffed that shot there on the VK. I'm not sure why I did just so bad on that shot. That was not the gun at all. I aimed at the track and not the middle for some reason. And guess what? We're going to do it again. That one I thought should have pinned, but it didn't. So I was like, you know what? I'm done with the lower plate, and now I'm just going to go for the turret because I am just not having any luck with that lower plate right there. I was like, I might go for the lower plate, and then I was like, yeah, no, well, I'm going for the turret right there. And we finally do pin the VK on the turret for a nice roll up there. Now, I do notice this FV, excuse me, is pulling around behind the IS-6 here, and he does not have the most situational awareness, so I will take out the FE for him, and he does take out the VK. So now the only enemy tank remaining is this AMX 1390, who is a little more than half health. So I have 3.7k damage here, and I want to get, excuse me, I want to try to get an ace. So I really want to get pretty much all the HP on this guy, and there he goes. And we're going to load up the HE, full bloom shot into the rear of an AMX. That is what's amazing about having some Russian bias. Of course, that is the thing with the Object 252U. It doesn't have the most accuracy, But sometimes those full bloom shots, they're just perfect. Stuff like that happens so often in this tank where you're full bloom and you just the shell just sails into the enemy tank. And it really is quite funny when it happens because of how big your bloom oh man, the voice cracks. I am sorry. Because of how big your bloom is when they happen. So AMX is now down to only 200 or so HP here. Unfortunately, we do fluff that shot, and I was gonna, I can pop adrenaline here and get this guy before he runs away, but the IS-6 will finish him off before I get the chance. So yeah, the object, 252U is definitely worth it in my opinion. It's really nice tank. We get 4.2k damage this game and 1 kill. So unfortunately that wasn't an ace, just didn't have quite enough XP because people do so well in this tank. Most other tier 8s it probably would have been an ace in, but since the object 252U has so many, good people that performs so good in it, it is hard to get an ace in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, Object 252U, I recommend it while it's still in store. It has a while left, so if you want some time to think about it, you do have the time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.